Hunter's Full Moon Trilogy is the first book in the Eastern Faraway Adventures by Midnight Tower.
Are back. How is it? Welcome to 2024. How is everybody? Wow, amazing. Thank you very much. It's not like I had control of 2024, but I do now. We are here, we're back. This is the first show of the new year. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to you, Midnight Tower. Welcome to you, the rest of the players, and welcome to me, and welcome to you for watching this. Doesn't matter whether you're watching live or watching on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. And there's a ton of stuff going on, absolutely everything. But first of all, everybody, we know because we've all been chatting before we went live. But how was everybody's New Year? Tove has a broken elbow.
Yeah.
Go.
So that. Otherwise, everything is fine, I would say. How are you? How's the rest of the gang?
We're all good.
Good. Happy to be back.
Yeah, very happy.
Good.
Same. Been looking forward to this.
Yes.
There was a lot more hype before we pushed the live button, and everyone's like, "Oh, we've got to talk about it."
Polite. We're trying to wait out to, we can have a show again where I just talk over everyone. But I was letting, Dave, I'm talking.
So now I get to talk, and that's how it goes, backwards and forwards.
Right, 30 seconds, and we've lost the plot.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you didn't already know who Midnight Tower is, was, or will be again, check out all of the amazing stuff right here. Let's see. I'm going to be really nice this year. I've promised myself I'll be nice. I didn't prompt Steve. Did you notice that? Not only did I not prompt him, I haven't insulted him yet. So we're doing really, really well. We're 2 minutes in to the new year.
Great. Yeah, nearly 3 minutes. Wow.
Full for January day.
That's like you went. My New Year's resolution, Steve, is to not spit on you.
Thanks.
There we go. So, but that's the thing. We're gonna keep up with that. We're not gonna insult Steve anymore. I'm gonna let all the guests do that instead.
It felt like you were going to say any more than he deserves.
I feel wrong. Dave's being too nice to Steve.
It is, isn't it? It is.
It's because of what's coming up. That's why.
Oh shit! Yeah, look, I know. Yeah, no, not this photo. I'm not going to say anything. It's not here, but I know.
So
okay, you made me curious now.
So all very good. Now, anyway,
very excited for that.
So everyone's had a good New Year. Everybody here, thank you all so much for joining us. We've got, if you were here for the previous episode, which is before Christmas, we're going to remind you of something that's happening very, 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 very soon. Tove and Eric, you have a new Kickstarter coming.
Yes.
We do. Yes. Super excited. Cool. So this is the what we're playing now is Hunter's Full Moon. It's the first book, and then we wrote book 2 and 3 and 4, and now we're writing the 5th and the last book that will complete the Eastern Faraway Adventures series. So we're running a Kickstarter, and hopefully we'll get some funding for that, so we can afford fantastic art and print the books and everything else that has
all the crazy little bits that go with it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We have a very nice little teaser trailer which we're going to show you right now. Hold on to your hat, folks. When does the Kickstarter go live?
January
16th of January. Yes. So not this Tuesday.
I was like,
what's happening down there?
I was holding onto my hat, but I didn't have a hat.
Hold on to your hat. No, I don't have one. God.
Anyway, seatbelts on your ears because we're going for a ride.
Take a look at this.
Ta-da!
Absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited for it as well because I've got all the books up till now. This is the last one, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yes, count me in, definitely. So we have. That's it. That's all from me. I'm a player. If you didn't already know that, I'm going to hand it over to Tove.
Player!
Tove is the GM.
Yes.
Player. So Tove, over to you. All yours.
Yes, and I'll remind everyone that this is the penultimate episode. So just this one, and then it's the absolute last one. And I also let everyone know that at the end of this episode, I'm going to do an Easter egg reveal, which is like a Christmas present to some people in the group.
Wow.
But I'm leaving it over to Eric, who will do the introduction to this evening's game.
Well, the recap.
Yes.
So, previously on Hunter's Full Moon Adventures, we're deep under the Black Mountains north of the village of Buckbridge. We've begun to explore the undisturbed tomb of Queen Freya Swiftsteel, the last monarch and leader of the Iron Shield clan. But the tomb has already proven dangerous. Arcane traps and ghostly guards have stood in our way, and a geological fault line deep underground threatens the stability of the catacombs themselves. And who knows what other perils that may await in the ancient dwarven tomb. Wish us luck, mortals, as our journey continues.
Wish us luck.
Let's go! Let's go!
Well done. Lovely.
And now we all die.
Yes. Where were we? Oh, yeah.
You really
Actually, where were we?
meant as a question.
I'm a what?
I'm not done. I'm not criticizing it. I didn't read it.
All right.
All right. I think we left off in the middle of the fight last year, unless I'm mistaken. Is that correct? Do we have the?
No, we won. We beat the game. We won Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we won.
I was thinking
There's
it
a
was,
treasure chest. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not moving off the minute.
Is that really the way it works?
Pretty sure.
Okay, well, I've written that they still have HP, and I think Eric, your weapon took damage somehow.
That sounds likely.
Yeah, according to my notes, it says new round, so let's go for that then.
Oh, we're straight into combat. Oh,
yes,
New Year, straight in.
Precisely. So let's see who is who here on the initiative tracker. There we go. So we're gonna go start from the top. It is Vix in that case. Ta-da!
Yeah. Seeing that the plan with the fire that we didn't really work all that well, he's going to step. If I step 5 foot to here, can I get an Eldritch Blast off to ooze A?
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, and it's not in close combat, so there's no penalty for that. That will work well. Yeah.
Awesome. Right, I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast. Blast.
Blast!
Eldritch Blast.
Did we forget how to play?
Yeah, it's a new year. Make it up as we go along.
First roll though, so let's go.
Yeah,
Natural
20.
Different D20.
That's off.
God, I can't even roll dice anymore.
It's all gone.
I have an excuse for that. What's yours?
Wait, I need to change my camera.
Don't touch
Shit,
your
you know
die.
that's not 20.
This is one of the first nat 20s on this stream, isn't it? It's terrible for rolling on this stream.
Oh, where's my camera? Is it that one?
What are you doing?
We can't see it.
We got to try and find a dice.
He
Yeah.
called the nat. He called the nat 20, so now he has to prove it. And it is
Is this
A 12.
a nat 12.
I recalled it is a 12.
Vix
There's a
Eldritch
2.
That's enough, right? Double damage yet? It's only 20 points of damage. 20, 2 points of damage. Fucking hell.
How much damage was that?
2. I rolled a
2.
D10.
Yeah.
That was a shit crit.
I was waiting for a really big number. I thought you said 20.
I did, it's because I rolled a D100 instead, but obviously it's just another D10. So I saw the 10. 20! No, that's a 1.
Boo.
Shit crit.
Yeah.
I get
that.
Yeah.
It's not dead. It's still sort of standing up. Or
he'd step in and he would be next to Kingsman and he would go, "It's all right, Kingsman. I've got this." And then like the flowers and then this like bolt of energy like come out of his hand, and it just like only grazes it. He's like, "I got you," and then goes 5, 10 over here. Yep.
You got this, and then you step away.
I just watch Vix incredulously just going.
Yeah.
Take a moment and think, Flinny, Kara, Garen, I think Vix has the right idea. Maybe we should hit and run. Keep moving.
It is Garen's turn.
Which way do the doors open?
I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. It's towards you. Or the other way. No, it's the other way. It's opening to the room. Towards the room.
Okay. I'm going to move forwards so I can reach the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to close it.
You're gonna slam it in the face of the big tooth that is in the way.
Yes. So I'm
I
going
can see you.
to try and strength close it so it closes on the ooze.
Okay, I can see you doing that with one of the doors. If you want to do it on the other one,
Is it double doors?
yeah, it's double doors. So
If
you want to try that,
and I called out to Flinny, "Flinny, grab the other door."
Can I burn my reaction or to help him?
are you nearby?
He stood next to me.
Oh yeah, it's Flynn who's standing there. Yes, I'm gonna, because that's a cool idea. I will let you do that. You will. Okay, let's be fair. The grey ooze that is close to you, Flynn, will get an attack of opportunity if you do that.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it will try to do that. It will attack, and I will find my die. Hello. Okay, we'll use that one instead. It will attack. That's rubbish. So that will be. Let's have a look. AC 8 is not gonna be a hit, is it?
Oh, that's all. Thankfully.
Yep. And
right.
then I would say that yeah, you can. Let's just make a strength check to actually manage to get the doors to close with it. And that it's not going to be
17.
hard. Yes. Flinny, DC 5.
A dirty 20.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
burning all the good rolls now.
You slam the doors in the face of a very surprised grey ooze.
I should turn to Flinny and I'll say, you see, Flinny, the teachings of Loki say that we must fight smarter, not harder.
So
And
we run.
great heroes slam doors in the faces of opponents that have no way of opening them. Now onwards, I
listen
say,
and I
let's
learn.
find that treasure.
He's a fountain of wisdom, that guy, I think, and I follow him.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, you have successfully slammed the doors into the grey oozes, and you're now outside the corridor in front of the closed double doors.
Right.
Yes. And Flinny, your dagger, it took damage, so it's going to be like, instead of being a +1 dagger, it's now like a -1 dagger.
Oh,
You can still
no.
use it, so it's not like completely corroded and has been destroyed, but it's -1 to attack and -1 on damage when you use it.
Yeah, let's see. I have
Yeah,
one,
it
two,
kind of
three
looks-
daggers.
Yeah, it looks like
I have
it's been
3.
out in...
But this was your favorite dagger.
This was my absolute favorite. It had my name spelled wrong carved into it. I looked at, I
The
dropped
birthday
it,
present.
dead fish, and I pick up another dagger. Well, I put that dagger back, and I get my short sword out instead, which is what I should be using. And then, if no one objects, I will move up the corridor.
Yes.
Uh,
Are we sure they can't open those doors or anything? Are we? I mean, does anybody know what they were?
It's slimy and horrible.
It looked like
Things
some
with no
kind of
hands.
ooze.
You can roll a nature check, perhaps, or history if you heard something about it.
Nature history. Nope.
Nope.
I got 17.
17 is definitely good enough. You recognize these as some sort of ooze. They are kind of gel, unshapely creatures. You
It's
also
evil
know,
slime. That's all we
yeah,
need to
you
know.
also know that they are quite good at squeezing through very, very narrow areas.
Look, it's gonna. If those things can get through those doors, they will. I say we hurry on before they catch
Right.
Yes.
I'll move up the corridor and look for traps. In that case.
Yep.
So
Roll for
I'm-
checking.
Yeah, I'll
roll-
move up to the next double doors and check for traps outside the doors and on the doors. And to do so, I roll.
Do you check the way to the doors as well?
No,
After-
I'm far too stressed.
Fair point.
I'll chuck Flinnair guidance when he gets to the door to check it for traps.
Very good. So, there we go. So, 5, 50, and guidance on top of that. So that's 15 plus 17.
You are quite convinced that there are absolutely no traps here whatsoever.
Excellent. I turn around and sort of wave at them. Oh, come on.
The door that I get to here.
Yep.
What does that door look like?
It looks like a wooden oak door, sort of like shaped a little bit like an arch, I suppose. It's not a double door, so it's a more simpler wooden door.
Any writing on it or anything?
Not what you can see.
I will creak the door handle and peer inside.
Yeah, you can do that. You look into a rather, it's some sort of like storage, perhaps. It's quite water damaged, filled with old books. Some of them has fallen down because it's been like bookcases, and the wood has sort of given away, so they've fallen down on the floor. It smells quite like rotten pulp, sort of, yeah.
Can I do a quick passing perception to see if there's anything of interest in here?
Yeah, sure. Roll for it.
Second one of the night.
Wow.
Number 12.
No, another nat 20 there.
Looks like books.
That is a total of 20.
20. Okay. Yeah. Now you do a quick search. You see that there's plenty of like old prayer books. They're nearly disintegrated when you touch them, and they're filled with this sort of ancient woven runes that you can't really read. So yeah, but nothing valuable or nothing of interest.
Like,
you
close the door again, looks at Kingsman, he's like, clear.
What's in there?
We could potentially use that if we need to make fire.
Oh, it's pretty wet and rotten, and he just like pushes the door open so that you can all see. I mean, feel free. I think it's all pretty naff, but I mean, might make good toilet paper.
Oh,
Yeah, mushy toilet paper.
I'll stick with the leaves and nature. Thank you.
Hey, wet them. Gets everything gone.
This is how baby wipes were invented. What do you want to say? It's so weird.
All right, well, let's move on.
Yes. Right.
What did you guys see over there?
I have, having not detected anything, I push the door I'm standing in front of open.
Yes. You look into an octagonal room with old wooden pews and a lecture further away. In a corner to the left of you is quite a lot of fungi growing along the walls, and some of them are glowing. There's no light here, but they're still sort of emitting lights in different colors. Yeah, that's what you see. It's also quite damp, and to the left again by the fungi, you see this sort of wet area that looks like there's cracks into the floor as well.
Okay. Well, I tiptoe in for a closer look. So I move up to... Is that like a book stand or something?
Yes. It's an old church lecture.
All right.
Yeah. You can roll a perception if you want.
Yep. Oh, good.
Or if you want to investigate the fungi.
No, I'll have a look.
I'm going to go and look at the fungi.
Yeah.
I just look.
Oh, after you, Eric.
No, I'm just looking for traps in general with a mighty 10.
I'm just going to keep an eye out behind us.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric, you sort of you're supposed to look for traps. You like traps. Ooh, what's this? So from the ceiling, it's this sort of like it's a sensor that hangs in silver chains. It's engraved and quite nice. It's obviously the silver sort of has oxidized, so it's quite black, but nevertheless, it's good craftsmanship, and it's worth 12 GP.
I unhook it from the ceiling. Yeah,
Yes.
well, it couldn't be put to better use than hanging down here. So I try to unhook it and pocket it.
Yes. And what did you get, Garen, for your nature check?
An 18.
An 18. That's pretty much good. Yeah, you recognize this from an old mycology book that you read ages ago, almost like in a past life. It is a bioluminescent fungi, and it's an underdark fungi. It's poisonous, and you probably shouldn't touch it.
Okay. There goes the idea that this may be some sort of cure for when Kingsman got touched up by that ghastly old woman in the other room. Not. So I won't give him any of these mushrooms. I shall leave them alone. Come on, Flinny, these are not what I was looking for.
These are not the fungi I was looking for.
I thought you... Okay, and then I follow him.
Yeah, also, let's see. What did you get for... you looked for traps as well, did you, Eric?
Yes.
Yes, let's roll an investigation check as well. Sorry, should have
That's
said
right. It's 19 plus...
Okay, nice.
plus 1, so another dirty 20.
Yeah, so once you hook down this silver sensor that you find near the wall, you sort of you decide to double check everything else, like more treasure perhaps. So you go and look for hidden, pretty much hidden compartments. You're like, there has to be a place here where they hide wines and maybe golden goblets or something. You don't find that, but in one of the walls, to the eastern walls, you notice that when you knock the wall, you're like ding ding ding. It has a different sound, and then when you push it, there is a hidden passage.
Ooh.
Right. Does it slide in or sideways or something like that?
Yeah, you can. It's like one of those rotating.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go through. We don't see him.
The Indiana Jones head place.
So
I step inside. That was far too
yeah,
much
you're
fun.
now in a
Also.
very dark and narrow corridor.
Flinny?
It's very dark in here. I knock on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll flip it.
It's really dark in here.
All right, I'll cast lights on your forehead again.
Right, now it's very bright again. Right.
Shine bright.
There's a tunnel. There's a passage leading somewhere.
All right, please be cautious and look for
Always.
traps again.
Oh yes, and I search for traps as I move down the passage.
I'll fling you another guidance.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can roll investigation again.
That is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Not 12,
Okay.
right?
Wow. Exactly.
Plus another 3 for thanks to Garen. Plus another 1 thanks to me. So a total of 24. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you need a DC 10 to find the hidden doorway.
My job here is done.
At the end of the corridor. You're sort of like, haha, I know exactly. Ding, ding, whoosh. Yeah. So there's another one of these doors that enters into a larger room that you look into. It is also an octagonal room. It's kind of similar to the other one, but much more fancy. It also has this sort of like church pews, and where you arrive, it's just by the sort of altar, and then there's a couple of stairs going down.
Okay. I look over at Garen. It's like, where is everyone?
I guess it's in the other room.
Garen, Kingsman, Vix.
Shh.
Who said that?
I have idly wandered off down the corridor to the right.
Oh no.
Okay, so are you going to, Flynn and Gary, are you going to enter the room?
Yes.
Yes, you enter
Yeah.
the room. And
I
Vix,
follow.
what are you doing? You are seeing a skeleton on the ground, Vix, in front of a set of double doors.
He would run over and he like sort of skids, takes a knee, and then like grabs the underside of the skull. He's like, "No, are you okay? Can we help?"
Okay. Let's see.
He's on his own.
Yeah, he's on his own. And let's see.
Replies, "Yeah, I'm fine, mate. How are you?"
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
Yeah, you shake the skeleton vigorously, and you also.
See?
Let's see what we're gonna do. Where is it?
On the floor.
Oh yeah! I do. I've forgotten about this. Okay, two things happen at the same time. You sort of shake the skeleton that is just, and this sort of ghostly shape is in front of you and says in this sort of like, "Do not enter here," in a wheezing sort of rustling voice. "We came in search for riches, but found only darkness and death. Turn away, fool!" And then it disappears.
Okay.
Phew.
So that's what's happening, and you also get to do a DC 13 dexterity save. because you step inside a circle of arcane symbols that you didn't look for.
Oh no.
That is a 21.
Okay,
Ooh,
nice. So along this part of the corridor is like small dots are shooting off from both left and right, sort of like. But you do this like super cool Matrix move where you sort of just manage to avoid absolutely all of them, and there are 24 sort of small dots. You just
Vic, it didn't even
you
be
take
that.
no damage.
And no one's here to see it.
Yeah,
No, no one saw it.
he saw a body on the ground and he was like, "Oh no, I've got to help!" And he like runs forward, does the knee skid across like the dust and the gravel, picks up the scale, and behind him it's just like tink, 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 tink. And he's just, like, unaware whatsoever, and he's like just got that skill, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't get your name. I didn't get your name." And he's going to pick up the bones and then look to the door. But obviously, they're like falling apart and stuff. And he's just trying to carry it like firemen's carry. Is that a little backpack next to them?
Yes, it is a backpack. It's if you touch it, it just falls into pieces because it's so old.
Well, as soon as he like stands up with the body, he would see the backpack and go, "Oh!" Just drops the bone. And then pick up the backpack. Anything left of worth or note?
priceless.
Is there anything left of worth or note?
No, it's just pretty much like once upon a time it probably had, you can find small pieces of rope. The backpack was made out of leather. There's the last remains of food rations, but everything just disappears as soon as you open the bag.
I think he would dust his hands off and he's just like, amateurs, and then turns around and pushes the door open.
Okay, brilliant. You arrive into the same room as the rest of the group. So yeah, Vix is entering the doors to the right from you.
Just points over his shoulder. Dead guy.
What?
Why did you wander off away from us?
Well, I just thought you were still in that room. I just came around the corner to have a look. There's a body on the floor, and some ghost didn't attack. Just said we should run. There's no treasures here. But then his head fell off, and
Okay.
You're right.
what did you guys find?
A secret passage. Secret passage. Flynn found it actually.
Oh, nice.
I wandered down to have a look at what's on the other side down here, at the far end of this space.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation if you like.
Alrighty. Not as impressive. 9.
9. Yeah, you find there's a small table that sort of contains various sort of the remains of incense and some sort of what do you call them, like that you can burn small fires in, sort of like made out of iron, and you also
brazier?
Brazier, but tiny, sort of like just that big, pretty much. Also, along the walls here, this room is actually lit. It's very faintly lit from these sort of wall sconces that glows in a slightly arcane manner. The walls are covered with carvings of heroes dying on a battlefield.
Do we recognize any of the heroes? Do we recognize the battle?
You can roll a religion if you want to have a closer look.
Yeah.
And then I was going to ask, is there any other iconography that would give what this temple is dedicated to, which god?
Yeah. That
13
would also...
on religion.
Yeah, that is enough. So the protective runes that you recognize are It's mainly on the altar, but also on the walls are from Odin, Thor, and Tyr, and watch over the souls. You get an indication that it means that you're getting closer to graves or tombs. This area has probably been used for religious ceremonies that has to do with death and burial.
Very nice.
Tove, can I investigate? What is this blue thing right here in this room? When we walk in?
Yeah, sure. That is the altar, and it has this sort of old cloth, and then it's 3 candles, a candlestick holder with three candles. And yeah, you can run a religion check if you like.
No, I'm rolling so bad. 7.
Yeah, you're like dwarven gods.
I got a 13. I got a 13 on my religion check for iconography and dedicated, but you said it was Odin, Thor, and Tyr.
Yes. So you don't actually learn anything more than that. You know that Odin is the All-Father, also the god of wisdom. Thor is god of I want to say war, but that's I'm getting confused. Yeah, and then Tyr is the one-handed god of justice.
Justice, right?
So yeah, and yeah, you found that part. So yeah. All in all, it's this room also has a higher ceiling, so it has a more sort of atmospheric kind of texture, and the stonework on the walls is very, very impressive. It's excellent craftsmanship.
I think in this room, Vix would pull the loot round to the front and he just pings a note just to see how resonant this room is.
Yeah, it definitely echoes along the roof to the ceiling and then come back to you again.
I'm going to walk down to Flinne. Flinne, have you got any chalk or charcoal or anything?
Let me see. Let's dig around my pockets. Mess kit that I haven't touched yet. No, sorry. We can play cards if you want, but that's about it.
No.
There's some bones just outside there if you need them.
What about the wick from the candles here on the altar? It's black. It's ashy.
That's a good idea.
I've also got. Oh, after you. Sorry, Garen.
No. I'm looking for some chalk or charcoal.
I've also got cards that you could use to mark something or leave a trail of. What do you need them for?
Oh, I can't say. I just have something planning.
Don't we have a burnt out torch somewhere?
I don't know. Did you keep your burnt out torch? Do you have it in your inventory?
Probably not. But I mean, no. Have we dropped any nearby? Probably not.
Mine got thrown in the first room.
Right. No, sorry.
I'll try a candle. I'll take one of the candles out of the candelabra, please.
Yeah, there are 3 candles, and you can use the sort of the little wick. Obviously, not for a lot of charcoal markings, but for smaller ones, it would work.
How about sort of the religious symbol of Loki, for example?
Garen.
That?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
I'm scribing that on the side of the altar.
Yeah, you feel like this is well done. That is actually. That is very cool.
I just realised I've got like a bit of string and these, and he pulls a necklace off that he's had for a while. That's got where is it? It's like a rope necklace with 4 mummified fingers. It's like you might. I picked this up a while ago. You might be able to use those if you like burn the ends of them. You might be able to make like charcoal pencils with them.
I don't think your victims would appreciate you drawing with their fingers.
Oh, no, I didn't do this to them. I found this. This was given to me as a friend's gift.
Maybe you can use the nail and inscribe what you need to.
The candle's fine, but thank you for such an interesting offer of assistance. It's...
Oh, okay. Just flings the necklace to one side.
You're done with the fingers?
I never really needed them. I just, they were given to me, and I was like, okay, and I wore them. Didn't do anything. They're not magical, so if Garen doesn't need them here, then and they're just like on the floor over there somewhere now.
Look between the fingers and Vix. Okay.
Should we check the door, Finlay?
Marvelous idea. Right, I trot over to the door right away. Oh, that door. Yes, I examined the door.
I'm guessing the eastern doors.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'll fling you another guidance as well.
Okay, that might be quite needed. Ooh, yes, so a total of 13.
Absolutely no traps on this door. You are quite sure.
You ready?
No traps. Yep.
I don't.
I push the door open.
Yes. You look into another wide corridor, which seems to be continue straight ahead and then divide to the left and to the right. And around 20 feet in or thereabout, there are two alcoves with statues, one on each side.
Interesting.
Do we recognise who the statues are of?
They seem to be sort of these. They're not. You don't think that they're religious. They seem to be more carved like gods, sort of. Standing with like this sort of battle axes.
Yeah.
Are they
Actual battle axes or
Yes.
stone battle axes?
Oh no.
And they look like they could be made out of stone.
Do
from where you're
not
standing.
touch anything down this quarter. Flinny?
What? Yeah?
No.
What?
Ian. I'm looking, not Ian. No.
sometimes the line get a bit blurry.
Don't need these to come alive.
Why would he come alive?
I don't know. Everything is magical. There are ghosts protecting this tomb. Perhaps statues as well.
Okay.
What do you advise?
Don't touch. What
I don't want to.
You don't want to.
I attempt to walk past them
Okay.
without
no,
touching them, as instructed.
You walk past them. Nothing appeared to be happening.
Okay. I look ahead in that case.
You enter a corridor. You can see to the left that it's continued to the left, and there's a set of double door. And to the right, the fault line has crossed. It's just sort of dividing the corridors. And by your feet is a very narrow tunnel that's leading down.
Okay. So is the fault line... Would it be possible to leap across the fault line?
If you're very good at leaping across fault lines and have had lots of practice, yes.
But if you were to say fall in the fault line, for example, you'd be falling quite far.
You would probably hurt yourself quite a bit.
Should we go to the doors?
That kind of makes sense.
Yes.
It seems the easier path.
I walk up to the doors, sneak up to the doors, and look for traps.
Roll for sneaking and roll for checking traps.
And I'll
I
give you another guidance.
Oh, nice. So that's 11 plus 4. Thank you very much. For a total of sneaky to sneak. 17. So
You are very
21.
sneaky.
I am very sneaky.
It's quiet as in the grave.
Not very reassuring. I check the door for traps.
Check the doors for traps. Go for it.
What are you? You are 13.
Absolutely no traps here. You are quite convinced.
Anything on the doors?
They seem to be quite nice. These are also like the double doors that you've seen before. Not with the full iron shield symbol, but still, nevertheless, quite sort of well made, carved with intricate knot patterns. So yeah.
I look over at the group as sort of looking, raise my hand and just waiting for, like, are you with me?
Yes.
We're ready.
I'm here.
I press or pull the door open.
Vix, you coming?
No, I'll do the
I
same.
don't
to
need
the other
you
side.
exploring other skeletons
Vix?
and fingers.
You can see he's got a ball bearing out and he's holding it over the fault line. He's like, "Oh yeah, just checking something," and he drops a ball bearing in, just to hear if I can hear it, like with my very, very musically trained ear, it going ping, 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 and how far down it goes.
It's pretty far. I mean, yeah, you can hear it, sort of ding, 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 and then it goes quiet.
Would I get a rough estimate of, like, if we were to fall down this, how far it's going to be?
It's quite hard to say. You're not sure if it's sort of like when it stopped, if it got stuck on something, or if it actually hit the bottom. You can say that it's probably more than 10 feet.
That hole goes at least 10 foot down, guys.
But probably deeper.
Noted. Come, please.
I'm a lady.
So you push the door open to the room, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Flynn can do one side, I'll do the other.
Yep.
You look into a half-ruined room. The southern part is also divided by this fault line that seems to be going across the entire dungeons. Along the walls are these wall tombs. And there's also, it used to be 6 sarcophagus on the ground, but now there's only 4 remaining that seem to be intact. And one of the pillars has fallen across one of them. There's quite a lot of debris, stones and rocks on the ground.
Okay.
Can we...
At the northern wall, there is no. Sorry, that was me. Sort of like I realized that I've written a couple of more comments here. At the northern wall, there is some sort of like a small kind of natural spring that falls into this round stone. It's almost like a fountain or something similar like that.
I'll go and investigate this this running water.
Roll an investigation.
Okay, it's a 2.
It's a 2. You like it's water, and which god do you have?
I don't know. I don't know if I even if I
Loki.
pick one. Is it
If
Loki?
you don't have a god, you can't pray to God and be saved. Something awful would happen. So, okay, if you don't have a god, that's okay. You
gods.
still feel like this is, although you're not a religious person, you do feel like this is special. This makes you all sort of warm and calm.
I might be paying more attention to what was going on in the direction of Kingsman if I wasn't currently focused and staring at Flynn and Vex as they hover down the south end of the room, getting far too close to sarcophagi than I like.
Dix again goes straight to the edge of the fault line. Yeah, there's a fascination for him internally with obviously like seeing the earth and the ground underneath this whole place, and this fault line's pretty special. Quite a unique place to be for someone who's of the earth. But specifically, having known that if we were going to try and jump across it down beneath, it looks like the tunnel continues over this fault line over here. And he's trying to assess which jump, as it looks like it's going to be a jump from us all, is the easiest one for the other people to make.
The one in this room has the advantage of that it's the distance off the fault line, depending on how it's cutting, it's kind of shorter. But it has the disadvantage of that there's quite a lot of debris and these stone sarcophagi in the way. The other one, it's a longer jump, but there isn't as much rocks and stuff in the way, so you have the possibility of getting a more momentum. Or again, the third alternative is this sort of narrow passage that you notice when you had walked past the two statues. That one, on the other hand, looks very, very cramped.
Yeah.
A quick question: the column that's fallen over in this room,
Yes.
does that look long enough to bridge the chasm?
Not necessarily. It potentially, but I would say no. You could probably just get it across, but then it would fall down, if that makes sense. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if
It's a good thought, though.
Could we are the sarcophagus movable? And Vix would say out loud, what if we
No,
stacked the
we're not
sarcophagi?
touching the sarcophagus.
I mean, hear me out first. If we move the sarcophagi,
No, it's not a
empty
good
what's
idea.
out,
No,
and then
no, we're not touching the graves of the honoured dead.
I mean, all right.
I said I will do that later when you're looking the other way.
I'm going now, so you can do whatever you want for 20 minutes. The leash is off.
Which is that?
He's gone.
Do it.
Narrower in here, but there's no momentum if we run to make this jump. If we have momentum in the corridor that we were in before, we might make that easier. But if there's anything we can do to help ourselves bridge this gap or to aid each other across, that might be beneficial. But if our path is to continue, I think we are going to have to jump.
We need to
There's a
make
tunnel.
a tunnel.
There's a tunnel back there in the corridor just past the statues. There's a tunnel. Looks like it's leading south.
Could investigate that first.
It was narrow, but maybe I was the only one who saw it. For instance, I'll show you. I sort of walk back to. I think this is the tunnel opening, right?
Let's have a look at the. Oh, it's loading now for me, so I can't really see what you're looking at, what you're pointing at. But is it the? So the corridors with the two statues. If you continue straight ahead, like 15 feet to the east, that's where you have the. That's what it looks like. It's something is dug. It's a very narrow. It's the size of a slightly larger than a badger hole, if that makes sense. So it is narrow, really narrow.
That's gonna be scary.
So yeah.
Could I squeeze in? Is it even possible?
Do you want to try it?
Flynn, stop. It is for me. I can burrow through the earth.
Oh, right. I'll step aside. All yours.
Yeah. With his burrow speed of 10 feet, he will begin to burrow through that small little tunnel.
Yes. So are you trying to crawl through it, or are you trying to enlarge it?
There's a bit of enlarging going on, and it's an odd thing for everyone to see, because it's not like he's just able to gouge, but his hands almost just meld into the earth itself, and he becomes one with it in places, and it's almost like it looks illusory, but it's not, as he can just gouge big bits of earth and move them around as if they were part of him.
Yeah. And obviously, because you are what you are, you also know exactly which type of Like when you get a sort of like, this is a larger rock, I shouldn't touch this one because it's unstable. So you can sort of, it's almost like you can see it in front of you, like you have X-ray vision or something like that. Not that one. That one is important because it has a structure, and that could then potentially set the whole fault line off. So you make it to the other side, and the tunnel is now slightly wider than it was before.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
So you come up at the opposite side of the faulty line, 40 feet, 35 feet south of the entrance to the tunnel.
Boom. I would like crawl out, and it's almost like he just molds out of the ground, and then he's like, hopefully you should be able to follow that. Kara, hopefully your armor isn't too wide, but that should be a bit better for everybody.
Thank you. I'll turn back to Kingsman. Let's make sure everyone is with us. Linné, Garen, are we ready?
Yeah,
I'm good.
Let's do it. I think Garen's a little bit preoccupied, but he'll bring up the rear.
All right. I will go.
Okay. Yeah. So, Kara, you need to sort of remove part of your armor, like your shoulder, the shoulder parts of your armor. Yeah, exactly. And obviously you can't.
And I'll push him forward. As
precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with like backpacks and stuff. It is a little bit narrow, like not entirely. Little bit unnerving. When you think about it a little bit too much, you're like, I'm deep underground and now I'm in a tunnel, and it's really kind of but you try not to think about it too much, and after a while, feels like longer than it should be, you arrive to the other side next to Flinny.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well done, Wix. Because that would have been
yes.
Squeeze.
I'm just sorry I can't do this through worked stone. I can only do it through natural earth. But and he looks at Kingsman, and he just like goes, "It comes with being a terraformed."
Yeah.
So cool.
I have not seen any of your kind before, I don't think.
You should come to Convocants. It's you'd enjoy it.
I think, Vix, you have many surprises up your sleeves.
Looks at his sleeves.
If we survive this, maybe we'll have to have a proper chat.
Yeah. Anyway, and he just leans on the door.
Okay, so who's on which side now? So Vix and so you all managed to get through one after each other. Brilliant. All right, so to the left is a simple door, pretty much where Flinny is standing, and then further away is a double door, also to the east, if that makes sense, or to the left from where you're standing.
I have this image of me standing, looking at the door, scrutinizing it for traps, and then Vix's massive scaled hand is pushing it open. Okay.
Okay. You look into a very small room filled with stacked urns, all the way from the floor to the ceiling. The air is stale, and the urns and the shelves are covered with centuries of dust. The urns are made out of very fine porcelain. It's painted with intricate knots and covered in runes, ancient runes.
How many are in here?
Quite a few. All of them are sort of like and in various sizes and with different sort of motifs. So
can I pop the top off one?
Oh.
Do you want to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It seems to
Keep it in a
be
candy store.
containing some sort of carbon-like dust.
Dips his finger into it.
It tastes like dwarves.
It's the-
Vix,
Ah,
why?
the pantry's awful.
Yeah, no, this is a really weird spice to use. Kind of reminds you slightly of Garen. You don't know why, but it does. So.
So,
This is wrong on every level.
who cooks with this? Ugh.
No, the dead, the fallen warriors in here.
Looks at the ground.
No, there's nothing on it.
Put that back. It's an urn. It's ashes of the dead. This is why I said do not touch anything.
Yeah, you just tasted barbecued wolf.
Needs salt.
Overcooked.
I look over at Kingsman and go like,
I don't know what's with this group. Lena eating unicorns and formaldehyde, and now you.
wow, that was an accident.
He knew that was a unicorn. We all knew that. I thought this was a spice. What's in yours?
I'm just looking. Does anything stand out, Tove, in this room, or do they just all look the same?
You
Yeah, Vic.
can roll a history or a religion if you like to.
Yeah, let me see. Oh my god, I've rolled like 5 4s. 7.
No, you're like, they're urns and they contain what you assume are dwarven ash. Yeah, that's about it.
Would there be
It's pretty.
anything useful in them, Cara? Do you want me to tip any of them out? Do you want me to?
No, just leave them to rest. This is their final resting spot.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
They're one. Yeah, let's leave them.
Oh gosh.
Let us go, and I guide Vix out.
Just white spittle on the wall.
Are you leaving the rest of the remains?
No, I don't feel good about that one.
Right, so nothing interesting in there then.
No.
That's
No.
very good. I move up to the double doors and
Yes.
look for traps on the ground
Yep.
outside and on the doors.
I will
Yeah.
sit quietly in the middle.
Yes. You can roll a perception.
Perception coming up.
Yeah.
7.
You're like, there's nothing here. You're like, nope,
Nope.
nope.
Okay.
You are quite sure.
Quite sure.
You are
In
kind
that
of
case-
distracted by the whole sort of vixen and dwarfs and taste like Garen, so you're not really paying attention.
Just leans
Yes.
over every now and again, just sniffs Garen like.
Yeah, no, it's exactly like that, but barbecued. Yeah, no, it is just like Garen, but different. Tastes like chicken.
Gammon.
Oh my god, you did not say that.
No. You heard nothing.
That is awful. Black.
I open the door while you are distracted.
Yes. You open the door. You look into a very large room. Also, sort of. This also has these sort of built-in wall tombs with stacked tombs on top of each other. There are 6 stone pillars. It's this room is significantly nicer than the first part of the entire sort of area has been very nice. But this has like alabaster stone pillars that you haven't seen before, very sort of decorative with knotwork patterns and a lot of holy runes. Yes.
Right, I step inside and I gingerly make my way to the center of the floor just to get a look around.
Yeah. Roll a perception.
Wow. This is stunning.
Not 20. I'm burning through all the good rolls here.
Let's get them all gone before we get into a combat. Let's do this.
This is my
So we
new
can
Christmas tie too, so it's very interesting so far.
Yeah, I want to have a little camera now on top of Eric's dice. I think it's I don't know, mate. You notice? Okay, yeah. I was just joking. I trust you.
Definitely a 12.
Yeah, I saw that too. But let's just, it's gonna be his birthday. Let's.
When's your birthday, Eric?
When is your birthday, Eric? When is your birthday? Not until February. But it is on. Come on, tell it.
What?
Go on.
What?
When is your birthday?
February? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
February.
No. So cute.
Be serious
Anyway.
now. Move on.
Yes. With your natural 20, you're like, step aside, humans. I can see that several of these wall tombs has been disturbed. And not only that, the dust and the debris on the floors shows signs of battle. But there's something wrong. There's only one set of footprints that has been involved in this battle. So you're doing this like Princess Bride sort of like there was a huge battle here, but you only see one set of footprints. Yeah.
The Swordmaster has been fighting here.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I know it. Okay, so hang on. So there are footprints that show that there has been a battle, but it looks like there's been one combatant fighting something. Is that right?
Yes.
As soon as I have this epiphany, I just freeze and I go, my friends, there's something strange going on here, or something strange has gone on. There's been a fight in here, but whoever fought in here fought either themselves or something that didn't leave any tracks on the ground.
A ghost.
I think it's a ghost.
I don't know what to make of this. Do the footprints, do they lead away in any direction from here?
Yes. With your natural 20, you can see that it's clearly leading to the double doors to the east.
Okay, so
They are
someone
closed.
fought here and then made a way out. Well, so that's who the hell? Okay.
So does that mean that somebody's here now?
I mean, the ghost? You said you spoke to a skeleton ghost, didn't you?
Yeah, he was all like, "Well, don't go in there. You're gonna die." I was just like, "Mate."
But he wouldn't have come here on his own, so he must have had comrades, companions.
Yeah, but I mean, unless that was like, he was just really skinny, he might have been here a while.
I don't know. I mean, imagine you were trapped here. You can only come so far. Your companions are dead behind you, and the only way you can go is forward. Think of the panic.
Yeah.
To jump across the chasm, or having to dig through that tunnel. Fear can make us can push us.
That's very true. That's beautiful. That was. And he takes the loot for a second and just plucks a note. He's like,
yeah, fear can make us do.
And then he's just, you can see the gears turning. I'm very happy to take disadvantage on a couple of rolls here to be writing a song in his head.
Yep, that makes sense.
Nice.
I'll let
Are
you
there
have.
anything on the walls or on these pillars?
Let's see. Do. You can roll an investigation if you like.
And maybe visible blood. Oh my god.
No.
You're just saving all the good rolls for later.
8. Yeah.
You're like, fancy, not work, plenty of full tombs. They seem to have different dates. You figure that out, like, well, some of these are kind of, could be numbers, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, do you speak Dwarven?
No.
No, okay, well.
Garen does.
Yeah, he does. He's not today, he's sort of somewhere around.
Everybody, get it! Oh, you rascal!
Well, I guess we should just move on through the
you
doors.
should. Right.
Go on, Garen.
Let me have a look at them first. Oh, there we are. 9.
Here we go, guys.
Pretty much what Kara said. She's right, you know?
Okay.
All right.
Can't find anything. Shall we?
Yes, let's proceed.
You ready? Okay. I push or pull the doors open.
As you do that,
Uh-oh.
Vix has got a little bit into it, and it's like he's playing like a really discordant minor note. It's like not the right. It's quite spooky. But he's also like there's like a drone coming from his throat. It's like with like this really, and it's only ever so quiet, but it's just like it's like a heartbeat, and you just hear this like and like.
Okay, so now we did get the soundtrack of June, pretty much. Like, it's a mind killer. Very cool. I like it. You look into a corridor that is twisting, turning, and leading north. To your right is a single door, and you can't really see the double doors from where you're standing. But there we go.
Okay.
Flinny,
This is my job. So.
Let's take each door as it comes.
Okay. I move up to the southern door and have a look for traps and such.
Have a look for traps. Roll perception.
Oh. Yeah, 5.
Okay, so not a 20. You're like, there are absolutely no traps whatsoever on this door. You are quite sure.
Okay, well, I don't find anything.
Yes,
Vic,
it's
I mean,
sort of
I'm not saying it's
really.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
not the right time.
Yeah, it does
because
it makes you all paranoid. So you're sort of like looking over your shoulders and not really concentrating on looking for traps. You're like, I think. What was that?
Yeah. So if I don't find anything, I open the door carefully and just peek in.
Yeah. You see the remains of what appears to be some sort of creature. It's missing one arm, and it doesn't have a head. Standing very, very still, and it's wearing some sort of cloth robe of sort.
Hang on. So the limbs I can see. Can I see any limbs? Anything of its body?
Is that what you do? You're like, I'm gonna go and have a close look.
If it's standing absolutely still, then yes.
Yes. Okay. You figure out that it's a broken mannequin in wood. It is lacking one arm, and it never had a head. It's dressed in a decaying robe that is just half-rotten textiles. And there are 2 wardrobes to your right.
Okay. harmless wooden doll and the 2 wardrobes in here. I whisper.
You still have that sort of like, any time now it's gonna go. Although it doesn't have a head.
Yeah, it's strung out.
It's that music from Vix. You can't really shake. You just know it's gonna try to grab you.
Is there anything in the wardrobes?
I'll check. I'll check the northern.
Might be useful.
Both of the wardrobes contain the remains of textiles. It could have been, various sort of robes and these types of priest has, like whatever they're called. But it's all just falling into pieces. There's nothing to be saved here. So yeah, it doesn't really contain anything valuable or of interest. Just rotten textiles.
Okay, I report this back, and is that straw on the ground, southeast corner, or is it puddle?
I think it's half-rotten textiles that has. Sometime it was water damage, so I'm gonna double check that because you asked. I didn't make a note of it. And
I apologize. Derailing.
No. No, it's just like at once. It's just textile that's been ruined by time, and with water damage, sort of just made a sort of like textile puddle that looks yellowish.
Okay.
Probably some mold that's covering it or something.
Okay. I'll leave that alone. I go out and join the group.
Aren't you gonna eat it? No?
I've moved past that. I can quit whenever I want.
Oh, excellent. It's like that cat. I can quit just eating catnip.
Yeah, it's the meme that
I have the catnip still.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right.
Nothing in there. Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Right. I move up to these doors.
Flinny, 1 second. The room that we previously was in, the footprints. Can you? I can't see them on the floor here. Can you?
Yeah. I try to. I sort of crouch on the ground and look for any signs of those footprints.
Roll a survival.
Survival. Well, that is because I am that the subclass that I picked. It's actually 19.
Okay, that is very impressive. You also recognize the boot prints from previously, so you know exactly what you're looking for. Although it was easy to see in the previous room because there was more like small sand or gravel on the ground, you can still sort of see a couple of them. It appears that the person who involved in combat in the previous room has made their way across this corridor.
And they
leaving the alabaster room, Vix would then pocket sling his loot, but he's still deep in thought.
Yeah, you're working on the lyrics here. It's like you got the melody nailed, but you just need to tweak it a little bit with the lyrics.
Sort of give Vix a warning look, and what the hell is the subclass? Scout, that's what it's called. Right, so the doors. Any signs of traps?
Did you roll for it?
The footprints go up to these doors. The footprints
they are,
take us to these double doors. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are we
Kingsman,
ready?
are you whispering? You're really quiet.
Yeah.
Whispering.
Okay.
Roll perception to look for traps.
Why can't I remember that bonus? 11.
No traps. Sure of it.
No traps. No traps. How
Maybe.
comforting. I say Doesn't seem to be any traps here. I'm going to open it, and I pull a push.
Pull.
I pull the door, one of the doors open.
Yes. You look into an octagonal room filled with alcoves with black urns. There are no the other ones had some sort of like woven runes. These ones doesn't have that. It only has relief, various pictures and motives of axes, shields, warhammers, but there are no names, or what you assume to be names, or dates on these ones. And again, it's all the way from the ground to the ceiling. And these urns are also larger than the urns that you saw in the previous room where Vix tasted the ash.
Any signs of the footprints in here that I can see from where I'm standing?
Roll an amazing survival.
An amazing survival, not coming. Well, I do have a good scout bonus, and that's what was that again? 5, so 8.
Maybe, but not here.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. It also, one of the urns has crashed down on the ground, probably as a result of when the fault line happened.
Okay. Right. So I can't see any footprints or traps or anything. I'll go inside, and then I'll step inside.
I'll step in with
There is a door to the left of you, or north from here. Also double doors.
Okay, you're up again.
Right.
This is the Flynn show.
It's the yeah.
While he does that, I'm going to get in behind Garen again. And I get really close into the nape of his neck with my nose. Just like...
No context. Brilliant.
like just
Yeah, Vix is sniffing you.
Does it still taste the same? Does it still taste the same as the ash?
There is a distinct similar flavor.
He like
How does
whispers into Garen's ear and he's like, "When did you die?"
I didn't die. I'm not dead. I'm not a member of the undead. I was trapped in the amulet because I was put there. Sort of like being put in prison, only smaller and longer.
But you taste and smell exactly the same as this guy back there.
That's probably because I'm made of the same stuff, and when you get turned to ash, that stuff just changes form, but it's still the same stuff.
But have you ever like cooked fish? It tastes one thing when it's like fresh, and another thing when you've burnt it. What I'm saying is,
you're a bad cook.
I'm really, really bad at it. That's why I pay other people to do it. However, you taste like a dead man.
Or the dead man tastes like what a live person is, just ash instead of... I don't think death particularly tastes of anything, is what I'm trying to say. And just to clarify again, I'm not dead. Prisoner, yes. Zombie, no.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Where's the trust?
There is no trust with Garen.
Nope.
He doesn't know if you're pulling his leg or not. It's only a 12.
You have no idea. You could be telling the truth. Maybe he's not. No idea.
Just like, fear. And just like step back away from him. Kingsman, we might need to keep an eye on that. He tastes like a dead man.
I'm just waiting to check this door for traps and just having this conversation behind me. And I give up and I just lean my head against the door, just waiting.
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, no, they're going on and on.
I can't work out if a dragonborn eating a dwarf would count as cannibalism or not.
Yeah, no.
And if it did, then what's the greater crime here? Being dead or being a cannibal? I mean, if we're talking about trust issues, that surely needs to get discussed, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Look, Gammon, I'm not going to say anything, but like you taste. I didn't know they were dead. I thought they were a spice. I had a little taste. I don't suggest it. It's not great.
I pushed through with Flynn towards the doors.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right, let's go.
All right.
One door each. 3, 2, 1.
Push.
Yes. You look into the corridor divides into it continues straight ahead and to the left and to the right. So what you see from where you are standing is this massive double doors with this engraved symbol of the Iron Shield clan, crescent moon in the sort of knotted pattern, and a snowflake. On the floor is a skeleton.
Apparently.
Is a snack.
No.
It's a dead body, sorry. And on either side of the door are two of these statues that you saw before. Also, directly to the right is a larger alcove with a much larger statue. It depicts a woman in this sort of like type of robe. She's wearing a big sword and a shield, but half of her face is like a death mask. It's like a skeleton, and it's carved out of with inlaid of alabaster and obsidian, and the eye of the dead side of her face is sort of like milky white. And opposite that statue is also a set of double doors to your left, further away in the corridor.
It's a statue of Queen Freya.
It is not a statue of Queen Freya, but you can roll a history check if you like on advantage.
Good job with the advantage. And
As Kingsman walks off, and I snip his head.
That's an 11.
At 11. You're like, yeah, this is probably the goddess. Please, I'm not saying anything wrong because I didn't write this up. Let's double check. It is the goddess of the deity Hela. She is the goddess of the netherworld. You have a feeling that this statue is put here as a warning to warriors. If they don't die bravely in battle, they will end up in the underworld and they will never reach Valhalla, where they will feast with the celestial Valkyries and the other mighty fallen warriors.
Could also be a warning against grave robbing.
Could be, yes.
Allegedly.
Not impossible.
Does the death mask, does it look attached to the statue?
Okay, so it's not like a mask that is sort of placed on up. It's more like, like a death mask that you do in the Victorian. So it's like half of her face is dead. It doesn't have, any emotions or anything, while the other one has. If that makes sense.
Sometimes I feel like I don't get listened to.
Just imagine that. Like, explains like the god of death is like, cheers, Hela, pops her eye out. I'm just a brave bitch.
So, which means I have practically moved up very close and sort of with my hands behind my back, sort of just standing on my tiptoes, just looking very closely at the face and go, nah, And then just
Yeah.
step back.
Don't touch.
Yeah, you have a sort of like a bad feeling about that.
No. I'm just admiring the craft here.
The craftsmanship is fantastic. It almost looks like she's alive, but frozen in stone.
Okay.
Do the footsteps look like they led to this body here?
Pliny, what's your survival check for that?
What was it? 10.
Maybe not.
No.
But
No.
you have a look at the remains
say-
of the boots.
I
You're
would say
like,
definitely.
yeah, you're not entirely sure. There's sort of remains of the boots.
Yep.
Could be, but it's not enough boot left to deduce anything really.
Understood. But I'm very proud of my newfound survival skills, so I will sound very confident. Yes, they lead right here. These are the same boots, no doubt about it. Exactly the same.
That's a natural 20 on insight. That's a 27 in total.
Yeah, he's full of it.
Yeah.
He has no idea what he's talking about. He's just blabbing on. Words are coming out, and none of them make sense.
Is that
I would
Eric
like-
Spinner?
Huh?
What? No, nothing.
I would like to scoop the skull, staring directly at Garen, and just sniff. Does it smell the same?
It's like a passive aggressive.
Does it smell like him, or does it smell different?
But this smells slightly different. This is more of a Kingsman bouquet. So yeah, no, it's not like Garen at all. It's not like the urn. So this is different. This is a more of a it's different.
Yeets the skull behind him.
Yep. It falls down on the floor and bounces down the corridor.
So
Right.
left or straight on?
I'm thinking straight on. Mainly because these
Past the
look...
statues.
Well, I look at Kara.
Hmm.
What do you... I mean, you were quite reluctant about passing those other statues. What do you make of these ones?
Can I do a medicine check on the corpse?
Yes,
See if
you
I can
can.
identify what killed it.
He's dead,
Go
mate.
for it.
That's 22.
Ooh.
That is 22. That is well, you look at the skeleton, you're like, it kind of looks okay, and then you go and have a look at the skull that Vix was throwing away. And you're like, yeah, if you consider this massive, sort of like it's sort of pretty much split open, probably by a battle axe. So yeah, death by battle axe sounds reasonable to assume.
Are the statues holding battle axes?
Yes,
They are indeed holding
They were.
battle axes.
It
Do
does.
not touch the statues.
I wasn't going to.
You say that as Vix was about to slot the skull onto the battle axe to see if it's the same sort of.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the other ones didn't activate, and we didn't touch them. So, should we risk it and take this door?
Yeah. Do the doors have handles on the outside or something that you could that you're meant to pull on? Push or pull?
Yes.
That's a question.
Yes, they do. And they do have. There is also a keyhole.
Oh shoot. Okay, but maybe I can pick that.
We used the key on the outside, didn't we?
I was just going to say, we had a key. Yeah.
It's at the same size because that was a, or maybe it wasn't a large key. Who's got the key?
Not me.
I think I did, but I can't remember if it stayed in the door or not.
I think you brought it, to be honest. So yeah, it's not unlike the previous keyhole that you saw earlier.
Ah,
Then I shall walk forwards to the door. Vinay, do you want to check for traps before I put the key in the lock?
I want it. Checking for traps.
I'll
Check
give
the
you
traps.
guidance.
And without any exaggeration, 6.
6. You are completely sure that there are absolutely no traps here whatsoever.
Everything is fine.
And as you are investigating that to be completely sure, you step in the trap and you can make a DC 15 saving throw, and so can everyone else who are within 20-foot radius of you, except Garen, who doesn't have to.
What save? Dex?
DC 15 saving throw.
Dexterity?
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go.
Does it count if I put my shot around the corner?
No, this is lightning damage, and it. Everyone who's around 20-foot radius will do the same.
Is it radiant damage? Is it the same as radiant?
Lightning damage. Oh, holy shit.
Okay.
Yes! That's always what the DM to say. Holy shit.
Holy dive.
Yeah, 31 on a fail save or 15 on.
Yeah.
I rolled 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, and 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I take a big hit.
Yeah, with all that metal.
Oh
Right.
my god.
I
Need a calculator. Shit.
succeeded and took half damage, so
Yeah.
he looks smouldering, but I think a lot of that would be those vines like grow and almost take a lot of the hit. Like they grow up from the soil and then they're like burnt away.
And while we're at it, let's roll initiative before we end for tonight.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no, why am I rolling? I don't need to roll. So, but before we get the results, I took 30 because I blew it with a 13, so which puts me at 0. So I light up like Tim Burton style. And
Do you have evasion?
Bam! The what?
Okay.
A rogue at level 3, do you get evasion?
Oh, good question. This is, like I say, I keep saying it's my first rogue. Evasion. Cunning action, rogue.
Feats and traits.
You should know this, Eric. Shame on you.
Yeah, no, but I don't. Don't judge me.
Just
7th level, so no.
Ooh.
So I'm out.
Okay. So it's a proper cliffhanger. Will Flynn survive or not?
Oh,
Oh. Well, I'm dripping in blood and flesh and burnt off, and yeah, I'm at 10 hit points.
Mm-hmm. And what did you get for initiative?
Oh, I put in the tracker, 13.
Okay, good. I'll just write everything in. Oh, it's in the...
I got a 20 in initiative.
Yeah, and Kingsman?
Initiative, I got 6.
Yeah, and Vix?
I also got a 20.
Yeah, roll again then. His 20A and 20B.
That's a 4 on this one.
we are in so much trouble.
Yes. Yes! Isn't it exciting? The next
Well, I don't
one's
know.
gonna be the
I'm
final
unconscious.
episode. No. It is exciting. Come on.
Right. Who's still standing up? Am I the only one up? Please tell me I'm the only one up.
I don't want there to be any doubt about this at all, right? I don't know why I didn't roll a saving throw, but I can tell you one thing: I'm not dead.
Victor's just staring at you.
Okay.
Okay, excited. But this is the best cliffhanger ever. Everyone's bleeding. One of the members already down, and now it's initiative. I love it.
So, will you reveal why we're rolling initiative in the next episode?
No, that's going to be part of the cliffhanger as well. Even better.
I'm not going to say lightning opens the doors, and then there's Freya standing there.
Oh, gosh.
Right, well, thank you very much for that. This is, or was, the penultimate episode of this campaign. We will be back in 2 weeks' time for a live Q&A with Tove and Eric as we talk about their latest Kickstarter. And then the last Thursday of the month, I can't remember what date that is, I think it's the 25th. That's it. We're going to be playing the last episode, the big finale of book 1.
Possibly a quite quick finale.
It could be a quite quick finale. We're pretty beaten up. I mean, I didn't get around to saying it, but if Vix turns round, you see Kingsman, and he is slightly smoking, and he's down onto one knee. He's like,
oh god.
So yeah.
So this could have a really sticky ending with like, yay, no, everyone died.
Yeah, you look around and half the party's down.
Yeah. And I also promised that we're gonna have an Easter egg reveal from the book.
Oh, yay.
So I think that Steve or Dave should grab their books if they have it and turn to page 16.
I have got it. It's all in the cupboard. I've got the Christmas decorations.
What? That's the only thing. You've had it behind you all the time.
I know.
But no, not today.
It's the Christmas decorations are out.
Immaculate timing.
Christmas decorations when you could have Midnight Hours books. How dare you?
They go down tomorrow.
All right. All right. I'll reveal it then. So
let me see.
we wrote this book ages ago, and I just called the innkeeper Dave because that's like just one of the exactly. So and when we rewrote the book for the Kickstarter, we added something, a little Easter egg, and it's on page 16 in the green. In the green, what do you call it? Description box. Do you find it?
I found. Yeah. 16.
And in the third paragraph, we added something. The ones that begin with several of the villagers' hunters.
I've got several of the villagers' hunters, including my husband Dave, and his best friend Everett.
Read it backwards.
It's Steve backwards.
Steve. have tried to stop them. There you go. Immortalized.
No.
Everett.
Ta-da! Because it sounds unfair. We can't have Dave in the book. And then there's Steve. So we added that. Merry Christmas. That's our
Thank
Christmas
you very much.
to you.
I've not been insulted all game, and again Easter egg as well. It's been a good day, but I'm still not dead.
Christmas
I don't know.
Jury's out on that one.
Right.
Cool.
I've been looking forward to this all Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it there, folks. Thank you for joining us. Remember to tell everyone about this. Go and like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. But to share it out with everyone because the Kickstarter's coming very, very soon. We need to get the highest score ever. Okay. And then if you haven't bought the previous books, go buy the previous books. They're absolutely fantastic. So do go and check this out. I'm just rushing to see if I can bring up the picture again. Does that work? There we go.
Yay!
Right. Well, until next time, we'll see you again soon. Ta-ra.
Thanks,
See you later. Bye.
Bye.